In the ancient city of Eldrith, shrouded in mist and surrounded by foreboding mountains, a forbidden ritual was whispered through the cobwebbed corridors of time. For sorcerers, each draped in tattered robes, gathered beneath the gnarled limbs of the weeping willow tree, rumored to have witnessed the birth and demise of civilizations. As the moon ascended its throne in the ink-black sky, the sorcerers began the incantation, their voices intertwining with the howling wind. Shadows danced in eerie patterns as the air thickened with an otherworldly tension. Unseen eyes peered from the shadows, and the city itself seemed to hold its breath. The ancient words, dripping with malevolence, summoned a spectral entity known as the Veiled Nightshade, harbinger of unspeakable horrors. With every uttered syllable, the temperature plummeted, and the air grew palpably heavy. Eldrith's residents, oblivious to the impending darkness, slept restlessly, their dreams tainted by nightmares. A dense fog crept through the streets, carrying with it whispers that echoed the tormented souls of Eldrith's forgotten past. The Veiled Nightshade materialized, its form an indistinct silhouette that seemed to absorb the feeble moonlight. Its presence invoked an unrelenting fear, gnawing at the edges of sanity. As the night wore on, Eldrith transformed into a surreal realm of nightmares. Shadows detached from their sources, taking sinister shapes that slithered through alleys and crawled up walls. The weeping willow's branches, animated by the malevolent force, reached out like skeletal fingers to ensnare those foolish enough to wander. In the heart of the city, a once grand mansion, now dilapidated and veiled in cobwebs, became a focal point of the horror. A chilling melody emanated from its desolate halls, drawing unsuspecting souls into its snare. The source of the haunting music was a long-forgotten music box, playing a tune that echoed the despair of centuries past. In the mansion's depths, a spectral figure clad in a tattered wedding gown materialized Lady of Shadows. Her mournful wails echoed through the halls as she wandered aimlessly, seeking a long-lost love. Those unfortunate enough to cross her path found themselves ensnared in a trance, unable to escape the impending doom. Eldrith's once prosperous streets now lay deserted, haunted by the lingering spirits of its ill-fated inhabitants. The sorcerers, their eyes glazed with madness, sought refuge within the weeping willow's sinister embrace, their bodies contorting into grotesque shapes as they succumbed to the eldritch forces they had unleashed. As dawn approached, a feeble light attempted to pierce through the supernatural darkness that clung to Eldrith. The Veiled Nightshade, dissatisfied with its ephemeral reign, retreated into the shadows, leaving behind a city scarred by the indelible mark of terror. The weeping willow, having absorbed the malevolent energy, stood as a silent,